and welcome everybody. In this video we'll show you some things that make people dislike you. Making a good impression is vital when it comes to job interviews, first dates, or important meetings with your boss. Therefore, it's really important to know if some of your behavior are bringing people in or totally turning them off. If you want to know which things you are doing every day and makes people dislike you, then this video is for you. Keep watching the whole video and don't skip any important part of it. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to our channel to receive all our news. 1. Talking too loud. Some people seem to talk at a high volume all the time. The reason could be that someone close to them is hard of hearing, or maybe they don't realize how loud they are. At any rate, check your volume. Remember that most people can hear just fine, so practice talking more softly unless the other person asks you to speak up. 2. Interrupting. Granted, there are many times when the only way you can get a word in edgewise is to interrupt a non-stop chatterer. However, interrupting when it's not necessary is generally bad form. Wait until the other person pauses or stops talking before you open your mouth. 3. Drinking too much. We are not talking about coffee, tea, water, or soda. When you are in social situation that involves drinking alcohol, avoid overindulgence. Maybe it helps you feel more social, but it can also cause you to say or do things you will later regret. Most of the time, you won't get a do-over, so stop before you feel the buzz. If you drink too much and make a fool of yourself, you might find yourself falling off the host's next guest list. 4. Making inappropriate comments. Have you ever noticed that some people seem to have no speech filters and they say the most inappropriate things? If you suspect you are one of them, stop and think before you open your mouth. Even if something is wearing shoes that clash with her dress, you don't want to embarrass yourself or anyone else by constantly making rude comments. 5. Talking with your mouth full. Talking with a mouthful of food is just plain rude and a sign that you need to learn some table manners. Chew, swallow, and then talk. If you are asked a question, indicate with a gesture that you will answer after your swallow. Don't rush. If the other person really wants to hear what you have to say, he or she can wait. If you are the kind of person who shares snapshots of honeymoon, cousin's graduation, and dog dressed in Halloween costume all in the same day, you might want to stop. A 2013 discussion paper from researchers at Brigham Business School suggested that posting too many photos on Facebook could hurt your real-life relationships. This is because, other than very close friends and relatives, don't seem to relate well to those who constantly share photos of themselves. Specifically, friends don't like it when you have got too many photos of family and relatives. A researcher of the University of Edinburgh also worked on the study and warned it, be cautious when sharing and think how it will be perceived by all the others who may see it. Although sharing is a great way to better relationships, it can also damage them. 7. Being perpetually tardy. Are you someone who has a bad habit of always arriving late to events, dates, and social gatherings, or never responding to emails and texts in a timely fashion? Well, change that, because for a lot of people, this is absolutely most unlikable habit a human being can have. Take emails for example. Prompt response shows you value someone's time and respect them. Sluggish response that requires the other party to nudge you multiple times. Those show you have no respect for the person. People who are slow to communicate and always late to engagements are so hated. 8. Disclosing something extremely personal early on in a relationship. In general, people like each other more after they have traded confidence. Self-disclosure is one of the best ways to make friends as an adult. While you are still getting to know someone can make you seem insecure and decrease your likability. The key is to get just the right amount of personal. A 2013 study suggests that simply sharing details about your hobbies and your favorite childhood memories can make you seem warmer and more likable. 9. Sarcasm and Insults. Sarcasm is funny to everyone, but the subject, when you feel about a sarcasm coming on, bite your tongue until the urge diminishes. Remember that if you can't say something nice, either don't say it at all or wait until you have a chance to think about whether or not you want to keep that person for a friend. 10. Invading personal space. No matter how close you are to someone, give him or her some personal space. No one likes having someone underfoot all the time. You will be amazed by how many fewer accidents you have when you give people their space. 11. Poor hygiene and gross actions in public. Most personal hygiene needs to be conducted in private. If you need to brush your hair, never do it at the table. Get up and find a restroom. If you are consistently doing gross things, stop. No one wants to be around someone who constantly spits, picks his or her nose, or scratches private areas. 12. Hiding your emotions. Research suggests that letting your real feelings come through is a better strategy for getting people to like you than bottling it all up. In a 2016 study, University of Oregon researchers videotaped people watching two movie scenes, the fake orgasm part of the movie when Harry met Sally, and the sad scene from The Champ. In some cases, the movie watchers were instructed to react naturally, in another, they were instructed to suppress their emotions. College students then watched the four versions of the video. Researchers measured how much interest the students expressed in befriending the people in the videos, as well as their assessment of the personality of the people in the clips. Results showed that suppressors were judged less likable, as well as less extroverted and agreeable than people who emoted naturally. The researchers wrote, people do not pursue close relationships experimentally. They probably look for people who are likely to reciprocate their investments, so when perceivers detect that someone is hiding their emotions, they may interpret that as disinterest in the things that emotional expression facilitates: closeness, social support, and interpersonal coordination. 13. Dropping trash on the ground. After you finish your food or drink, look for a receptacle for the wrapper or can. Dropping your garbage on the ground is boorish and leaves a mess for someone else to have to clean up. 14. Not smiling. When you are in a networking event and meeting a lot of new people, it can be hard to keep a smile plastered on your face. Try anyway. In 2016 study, researchers at Stanford University and the University of Duisburg-Essen found that students who interacted with each other felt more positively about the interaction when the other displayed a bigger smile. A 2015 study found that smiling when you first meet someone helps ensure that they will remember you later. 15. Offering a weak handshake. A 2000 study, University of Alabama study, found that people could predict the personality of undergraduate they shook hands with. Specifically, the handshake rates intuited that the students with firm handshake were more positive, more outgoing, and less socially anxious. Meanwhile, a 2008 study published in the Journal of Applied Psychology found that in mock interviews, students who had a firmer handshake in the beginning of an interview were ultimately perceived as more hireable. 16. Acting like you don't like someone. Psychologists have known for a while about a phenomenon called reciprocity of liking. When we think someone like us, we tend to like them as well. In 2009, researchers at the University of Waterloo and the University of Manitoba found that when we expect people to accept us, we act warmer toward them. Therapy, increasing the chances that they really will like us. So even if you are not sure how a person you are interacting with feels about you, act like you like them and they will probably like you back. If on the other hand, you don't express fondness for the person you are meeting, you could potentially turn them off. 17. Letting someone else determine your worth. When someone praises you, it feels incredibly satisfying. Unfortunately, rejection and harsh words have the opposite effect by tenfold. These past memories can dampen your confidence levels as you pursue future endeavors. But the thing is, everyone has different opinions. What one person detests, another person absolutely loves.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to receive all our news.
If you learned something new today, then give the video a like and tell us in comments which step you like it more. And here's some others great videos I think you will enjoy. Just click on the left or on the right.